What is going on, y'all? My name is John, and this is Facemask Fantasy, bringing you new fantasy content every day right here on this channel. So if you have not subscribed already, please hit that button. And before I get into it, I just got to let y'all know that we are rolling out live streams. We have a live stream every Sunday at 10 a.m. to go over start-sit questions pre-kickoff, and we have a stream every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. to go over everything that happened in last week's games and to go over waiver options before the waiver deadline early Wednesday morning. So tune in with us every Sunday and every Tuesday throughout the season, and hopefully we can help you win your fantasy leagues. But without further ado, let's get into some fantasy talk, and we just got some interesting reports out of Houston. John McClain of the Houston Chronicle reports that Deshaun Watson trade talks between the Texans and the Dolphins have, and I quote, intensified into serious negotiations. A deal could go down this week, end quote, according to McClain, citing sources familiar with the situation. The Texans have kept Deshaun Watson on the roster all season, but they have made him inactive for every single game. The trade deadline is November 2nd, and the Dolphins will play the Texans December 7th. Now, Miami has been long linked with Watson, who the Dolphins have coveted since the quarterback requested a trade from Houston in this offseason. The Dolphins have lost 5 in a row, the most recent loss coming on Sunday in London against the previously winless Jaguars. Jacksonville hadn't won a game since the 2020 season opener. Second-year quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, Miami's first-round draft pick in 2020, has not worked out as hoped, with 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the 3 games he has played this season. On top of the lackluster stat line is the fact that he's an injury risk at this point. Now, compounding this Watson situation pretty much all season is the fact that he still faces 22 civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual assault and misconduct. And the police and the NFL and the FBI investigations are still ongoing. The NFL to this point has not made a decision about whether or not to place Watson on the commissioner's exempt list. I'm not going to get into legalities here, but it's a messy situation. Deshaun Watson is just 26 years old and has thrown 104 touchdowns and just 36 interceptions in the NFL thus far. He has made the Pro Bowl in each of his past 3 seasons and is a top 5 quarterback when healthy. His addition would be a boost for literally everybody in the Dolphins offense. When we last saw him for the Texans, he was willing the Texans to the playoffs by himself, and he was making Will Fuller and Brandon Cooks a weekly wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 respectively all season when both were healthy. And the running back for the Texans, David Johnson, went for over 1,000 scrimmage yards with Deshaun Watson at quarterback. He can make an offense by himself, and whoever's playing full-time snaps in an offense run by Watson is a good bet to be fantasy relevant. Now, Fuller is currently out for the Dolphins, but we already know that Deshaun Watson has built-in rapport with Fuller, as the two have been connected as QB1, wide receiver 1, for the past season when Fuller was healthy and not suspended for PEDs. Health is literally the only question mark with Fuller, but it's a pretty big question mark. Now, Jalen Waddle would become Brandon Cooks for this Dolphins offense if this trade were to go down, and he would likely perform like a wide receiver 2 rest of season. And that is if Will Fuller was playing in this offense healthy, and obviously he isn't right now. So in an offense without Will Fuller and with Deshaun Watson, Jalen Waddle would be a wide receiver 1, just like Brandon Cooks was a wide receiver 1 last season once Will Fuller was on suspension. And Devontae Parker would be a great wide receiver 3 for Watson, probably the best wide receiver 3 that he's ever had. Mike Gesicki would be the best tight end Watson would have ever played with, and would be a nice weekly tight end 1 if this trade went down as well. And Gaskin would have a chance to regain his 2020 form, as Watson would raise the tide for the run game as well. The big loser here would be Tua, and I hope that he would get traded back to Houston or dealt to a different team in another deal before the deadline. I truly think he's gotten the short end of the stick since entering the NFL. And at the end of the day, I can't say whether or not this deal gets done. Time will tell. It either happens or it doesn't by 4 p.m. Eastern time on November 2nd, but if it does, the Dolphins would be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. The Bills wouldn't be the kings of that division outright. The Dolphins would have a tough hill to climb to get back into the playoff race this season, but they would be a playoff threat for years to come. And every skill position player for the Dolphins would be a buy. Obviously, this whole video is based on speculation and not fact. It's all projection at this point, and I wouldn't be making any moves in preparation of this deal getting done because nothing is imminent. Things have just been reported to be heating up, and if anything happens, we will hit you guys with an update. But until then, let us know what you think about these trade rumors for Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins. Who do you think the biggest winner of this prospective trade would be, and who do you think the biggest loser would be? Put your thoughts in the comment section below. My name is John with Facemask Fantasy, bringing you new fantasy content every day right here on this channel. So if you have not subscribed already, please hit that button. Thank you for listening and have a great day.